Roland, everything the Afrobarometer report says
it's true.
It's true, and it's only a documentation of the effects of bad governance. Everything in there, number of people saying, what's the percentage? Is it 70?
80.
80. Saying the country is headed in the wrong direction.
82.
82%. It's only an affirmation, a documentation of what is happening, of the real issues on the ground. Now, everybody is suffering. Everybody. Earlier on, I opened how much electricity I bought for October, and it's marvelous. Someone who was paying, myself personally, I was paying 200 cedis every month for light.
When?
All these months, from January to, you know.
Oh, just this year matter.
I'm telling you, just
so Roland, January, Sarfo-Kantanka.
I was paying 200 every month. You know, because of the app, there are records. But just last month, October, it shot up to 540 cedis.
Are you sure you're telling the truth?
Look at it. That's the app. This is for October. You know, everything you buy, everything.
540?
Yes, there are records.
Wow. That's 300.
I'm telling you, 340 cedis extra. So the struggle is real. The hardship is there. Now, you ask MPP for solutions, and they're like free SHS. Like, you know, you have to respect our sensibilities as Ghanaians. You have to cut us some slack. You have to make Ghanaians feel like we've handed our powers all to you to change things, to fix things. You ask them to find some solutions out of the economic mess. We agree there's been Russian-Ukraine war and all that, COVID. These were catalysts. You know, they helped to fast track the crash of the economy that was going to happen anyway because of our insistence on this Gadgetsburg economy. We are importing everything. We are spending reckless. In fact, the IMF boss said something last year when they approved our bailout of 3 billion. They're like, Ghana's fiscal policy characterized by overspending and a structurally weak domestic revenue mobilization. Overspending and then structurally weak domestic mobilization. That is one major reason why our fiscal policy struggles. Now, you ask the MPP, it looks like the free SHS seems to be the only panacea, and that is a propaganda tool called glittering generalities. They take something good and blow it out of proportion. Create an illusion in the minds of people that, hey, there's free SHS, so you don't have to talk about your struggles. No, that's disingenuous.
What are the real struggles? And do you think it syncs with the outcome of the Afrobarometer?
Roland, the real struggle is that our income levels do not match with, you know, the expenses we have to, the cost of living. This is rudimentary. Every Ghanaian, every business person knows this for a fact. Now, I want to focus on solutions. They talk about free SHS, and I wonder, what was Alhaji Bawumia their option to solve the problems? What was his specific contribution to free SHS? What has free SHS got to do with the current plight of the Ghanaian? Indeed, you can say it's bridged the inequality gap and all that. After school, are they getting jobs? What does the Afrobarometer report say? What is the unemployment rate now? So clearly, you realize they are very clueless. They have no way of solving the issue, and their only way of solving the issue is to pitch Ghanaians, you know, whatever they are doing now against what the NDC did.
Well, they have a manifesto. Have you read the manifesto?
I've gone through that. Now, what they do is they only project, okay, we have done more than the NDC. People are struggling. People cannot pay bills. They are telling them you've done more than the NDC. If the NDC was that better, would we be voting them out with an overwhelming over 1 million votes in 2016? The same John Mahama who took us to IMF without COVID Ukraine war. You are now saying you did better than him, so we should vote for you again. No, when you have also taken us to an IMF regulation as we speak. Under John Mahama, we saw a freeze on public sector recruitment. So clearly the two parties, the NPP and NDC, they've proved their way of ruling this country is not progressive enough. It's not building anybody.
You are an offshoot of the MPP that you criticize. And Alan Tremantin is on that. Now, at the end of the...
I'm not...
No, if I may, your time is up.
Let me
you use it to do adverts and then your time is up.
Let me now,
Lawyer Jantwa. Lawyer Jantwa was supposed to give you 2 minutes, or a minute.
1 minute?
Yes, please.
Okay. So what happens is we don't need e-levy. Alan has started some transformational programs. He has to be president to come and continue if we will fix things.
When he was a member of the MPP and the government.
Well, of course, but then, like I said last week, his policies were all encompassing. They were beyond partisan consideration. So, for example, if you look at the African Trade Forum report for 2012, then Alan was not even in government. What happened was they created a pathway for the creation of the Intercontinental Free Trade Area. One of their recommendations was that after the AFTA is created, the Intercontinental Free Trade Area market is created. The next is to boost local production. And that's why Alan has identified 10 strategic anchor industries. He started it. He's brought the automobile industry. Now we assemble cars in Ghana. Next is to manufacture the components, the parts for the assembly. You're rushing me, man. And then the next is to ensure some fiscal discipline, expenditure management and control systems. Government is spending so much out of their budget and all that, and that is what is causing some of these struggles. That's why they must tax people instead of helping businesses to grow. Let me tell you how Alan helped businesses to grow. We have to structure business. We talk about widening the tax gap, the tax net. This is how Alan sought to do. He created BRCs, Business Resource Centers, that had the responsibility to register and help all businesses, become officially recognized, and then they can move from indirect taxes into direct taxes.
Please, a minute. Wrap up for me.
E-levy was theft of the people's money. E-levy was theft of the people's money. Very illegal tax that I have my savings and government wants to put their hands in it and steal it from me.